Hi guys, Wolters World here in Hamelin in Germany for learning German with Wolters World. We're outside the museum here, so you can see all about the rat catcher, the Ratzinger, or the Pied Piper of Hamelin, you might have heard of, with the fairy tales, and just some of the nice buildings here. But what I want to talk about today are prepositions, and particularly prepositions that actually change if you use accusative or dative, depending on how you use them. Okay. Now, the thing I want to tell you about, I'm going to go on the little back road here so you can see something. There's two ways to use it when you're using the dative versus the accusative in these prepositions. Okay. When you use, maybe I can get that a little bit higher, maybe not enough. When you use the dative prepositions, okay, the dative is when something's there. Okay, because what we're going to be talking about are kind of prepositions like on top of, under, things like that. Okay, so when something is actually just laying there, like it is there, then you're going to use the dative. Okay, now if you're going to put something, like if you're if the book is on top of the table, like the book's on the table, that is when you're going to use the dative. But if I'm putting the book onto the table, then I'm going to use the accusative tense or the accusative case. Well, yeah, like that. Okay. So I'm going to go through some of these and give you an example of each way, and you're going to see that the article is going to change, and of course the adjectives and all these things, those endings change when you're using dative and accusative. All right. So the first one is we're going to use on. On means like on, like if something's hanging on the wall, or you hang it on the wall, that's on. Okay. So I'm going to say the picture's hanging on the wall. Okay. So you're going to use dative because it's hanging there. You don't have to do anything. So it's das Foto hängt an der Wand, because it's die Wand for the wall. So an der Wand, because it's dative, so it's hanging an der Wand. Okay, an der Wand, it hangs on the wall. All right. Now, if you want to say I hang it there, like I'm putting it up there, then I say ich hänge das Bild an die Wand. An die Wand. So it just uses that accusative. Okay, that D for there, because it doesn't change, because in the accusative, the D stays the same. Okay, so I'm hanging it on the wall, ich hänge an die Wand, or it's hanging on the wall, es hängt an der Wand. Okay, so you have different dative accusative, and it works like this for all of them. So some of them I'll give you two examples, and some I'll just give you one, so I don't scare the small children as they go by. Next is on top of. On top of is auf. Auf. Okay, so if you want to say the book is on the table, that's going to be dative. So, das Buch liegt auf dem Tisch. Das Buch liegt auf dem Tisch. Okay, so we use the dative, dem Tisch, auf dem Tisch. Now, if I'm putting the book on the table, ich lege das Buch auf dem Tisch, because I'm putting it there, so using the accusative. So then it becomes auf dem Tisch. Okay. The next one, if you want to say something's in something, or you're going into some place, okay, you use in. In, I-N, just like in English. So if you want to say you're going into the, like we're in the bar, so wir sind in der Kneipe. Okay, die Kneipe is the bar. So if we're in the bar, we're in der Kneipe. In der Kneipe. But if we're going to the bar, because we're going kind of a directions, wir gehen in die Kneipe. Wir gehen in die Kneipe. So it's changed to accusative because we're moving. Alright? Next, you want to say behind. Behind is hinter. Hinter. So if you want to say, der Couch is the couch, der Couch. So if you want to say it's behind the couch, the book is behind the couch. Das Buch ist hinter dem Couch. Das Buch ist hinter dem Couch. Okay, it's behind it. Now I don't want to go too long on this, so I'll just give a little example for the rest of them. So a dative or an accusative, and I'll let you know. That was a dative. Alright. Next, you want to say next to. Next to is neben. Neben. So I'm going to say he's next to me. Ist neben mir. He's next to me. Ist neben mir. Alright? Now, if you want to say something's on top of or over, okay, a dative one for that would be über. Like above is über. Über. So if you want to say your apartment, or his apartment is above mine, seine Wohnung ist über meine Wohnung. Seine Wohnung, his apartment, ist über meine Wohnung. Because it's dative, because it's above it. Okay, and of course, if you say you're putting something above something, then you're going to use the accusative. All right. Now, if you want to say underneath, you use unter. Unter. All right. And if something's in front of, you say vor. Vor. So he's in front of me. Ist vor mir, because he's standing in front of me. Ist vor mir. Okay, so it's dative in that sense. And then we have zwischen. Zwischen is between. Okay, between. So if I'm standing between two walls, that's going to be dative because I'm at a set place. So ich bin zwischen, also die zwei Gebäude. I'm between two buildings. Ich bin zwischen die zwei Gebäude. I'm between two buildings. Now, if you want to say you're going between two buildings, like if I'm walking to in between buildings, I'd say ich gehe zwischen die zwei Gebäude. Okay, ich gehe zwischen die zwei Gebäude. So I'm going between them. I'm sorry, I messed up the dative one. The dative one would be ich bin zwischen den Gebäude. Okay, between the two buildings. So those kind of ones. So I hope that gives you a little idea. To review these prepositions, okay? They go dative and accusative depending on if you're moving or if you're stationary. An is on the wall kind of thing, hanging kind of stuff, that's an. On top of is auf. Auf. If you're going to or you're in something, that's in. In. The Germans just find it hilarious when I do these things. If you're behind something, that's hinter. Hinter. If you're next to something, neben. Neben. If you're above, it's über. Über. If you're under, it's unter. Unter. If you're in front of something, it's vor. Vor. And if you're between something, it's zwischen. Zwischen. Okay, so here's just a few little things for you to learn a little bit. You can see the people that are just kind of watching me do my little thing. And just some of the things you want to know. So when you're learning German and stuff like that, the prepositions are hard and knowing which case to use and stuff like that. So make sure, you just watch the video, give an idea and practice, and you'll see there's just a slight difference when you use dative and accusative. So I'll leave you with that outside the museum here, and the people that find it so hilarious when people are trying to teach people German like those guys.